Welcome to second half of day 7 and lab 16. So in this lab what we'll do is we'll try to see that how we can go and remove hard coding of connection strings from our C# program. So first let's try to understand the problem. So our application is really going very good now. We have created a very simple screen by which a person can go and add customers. Once he adds customers, we also created a search screen from where he can go and search the customer. Okay, very nice. But there is one problem here, and the problem is this thing, the connection string. The connection string is currently hard coded in the code itself. In other words, tomorrow if for some reason my database name changes or something else changes, right, I have to go back and change the code and recompile it. So the first thing is the connection string is hard coded, and second is connection string is all over the places. I'm just look at here. For example, we had this search customer, so the connection string is here. Also we had this create customer. Even in the create customer, the connection string was also in the create customer file, so that is over here. So it's here as well as it is here. So there are two problems with the way the connection string is currently placed in a program. The first one is that it is hard coded in the application, and the second one is it is all over the places. So how do we solve this problem? So the best way to solve this problem is to move this data to some kind of a configuration file and read from the configuration file. And the good news is that in C# we can go and create a configuration file which is called as the app.config file. So let's go and do that. So let's go to Solution Explorer here, right click on the customer data entry screen, add new item, and let's say application configuration file here. Now this app.config file is where you can go and paste all your configurations which you think you do not want to hard code in your application. And then you can go and read this configuration file very easily in your C# code. So for now we want to go and add that connection string. Now this app.config file is nothing but it's an XML file. It's a simple XML file. So the main element starts with a configuration tag here. Now inside the configuration tag we have lots of tags you can see, but currently the most relevant tag for us is the connection strings. So let's go ahead and add an XML element of connection strings, and we'll say that in this connection string I would like to go and add a connection string by name. Must be, I'll say, dbcon, that is database connection string, and the connection string value is the one which we have hard coded in our program. So let's go back to our program here. Let's copy this connection string, Control C, and let's move it to that app config file. Great. So currently we have a connection string which is entered by the name called as dbcon, and we have set the value over here. So now the best part is that tomorrow if you want to go and change the connection string, then you can just go and change the connection string in this XML file, and it will get reflected all over the places. And you also don't have to go and recompile your complete code if you want to just change the database name or change the server name from one PC to other PC. Right, so the connection string is now placed in the app config file. Now the next step is we have to go and call this connection string in our code here, right? So we have to go and remove this hard coding from here. Now in order to go and call that connection string over here, we have to do 3 steps. The first step is we have to go and import the namespace system.configuration. The second step is we have to go and add references to the system.configuration namespace. So right click on references, say add reference, and go and click on this .NET tab here and go and add system.configuration reference. And the final thing is very easy. We have to go and say here configuration manager dot connection strings. So what's the name of a connection string? It was dbcon. So dbcon and square bracket close to string. Great. And the same thing we have to do in our other files. So in other words, if you remember right, create customer screen. So even here also we have to go and paste that code so that it reads from the XML file. And also don't forget to go and import the system.configuration namespace. Right. So that's it, we are all set now. So currently the connection string is now coming from the app config file, rather than coming, from any kind of hard coding code. So let's go ahead and execute our code here. Let's see that if things are proper. So if I say file search customer, I should be able to see some data here, and I am seeing that. So that's good. So currently our connection string is not hard coded. It is coming all from this app config file, which can be changed, separately, rather than changing in the code. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. In this video, we saw that how we can go and make our connection string parameterized, or make our connection string configurable, rather than hard coding in the application. Now, as a part of our whole learning process, as we said that we are going to do practicals as well as we are going to do fundamentals. So today is day 7, and what I would like you guys to do is go and open your Quest One video account. If you have the DVD, go and open your DVD, and please go and see the videos for collections. So let me just go and log into my Quest One video account here and go to the .NET fundamental section, and over there my suggestion would be to go and look into collections. Till now I have covered nothing from the practical aspect of collections, but collection is such an important part in .NET that you cannot stay without it. So my suggestion would be to go and see these videos, that is 8 videos we have on collections. 9 videos. You can see over here, it's a huge list by itself. So basically my suggestion would be to go and look into collections and generics. The generics is a part of collection. So you can start with different types of collections in .NET: array and array list, the problems you solve by using hash tables, stack queues, specialized collection, generics, etc. So my advice would be that in this day 7 we have done 2 practicals. One is we have done the huge practical of inserting into the customer database, and the second practical we have done is to go and parameterize the connection string. And as a part of a reading, I would suggest you to go and see these collection videos and get familiarized with .NET collections. So I hope that you enjoyed day 7. In day 8, we're going to see that how we can go and do update and delete on the customer record. So till now what we have done select, we have done insert, we have configured our connection string, we have made it parameterized. Now the next thing what we would like to do is we would like to go and see the update and delete part of our customer database. Thank you very much.